You've arrived at the Texas to Tennessee podcast, your home for your favorite independent artists and a couple of guys you've never heard of.
Who?
It was Texas, it was Tennessee. It was what I had coming to me. You were unlike anything.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in to the Texas Tennessee podcast. Shout out to Adam Hood for letting me use his laugh, and Evan Boyer for the intro. Always makes me smile every damn time. So appreciate those guys. We are Steveless tonight, but we got a special guest co-host tonight, Mr. Corey Michael. Man, thanks for I told you before we started this thing, but I'll say it again. Thanks for taking the time to do this.
Dude, thanks for having me on again, especially to talk with Ben Coleman. I've heard some music, and I'm excited.
So Corey we had to scroll way back on the YouTube page to episode 12. Hopefully we're a little bit better at this things. Like 240 something, so we should be a little better. But yeah, our guest tonight is Ben Coleman. How you doing, man?
Doing wonderful. Good to be here tonight with you guys. Thank you for having me on the show. I was jamming out to that intro song.
Exactly. Just before we get to you, if y'all don't mind, wherever you listen to your podcast, please make sure you subscribe, like, and share with your other music loving homies, and any artists that we have on this thing, and any independent guys that you run across. Please make sure you follow them. We're on all the socials. We'll say it again towards the end, but make sure you just engage with their posts. Don't let them fade off into the ether. Let them know you saw it, comment, and all that kind of stuff. And wherever you listen to your music, we're all guilty of listening to something and then not hitting the follow button. But as we've been doing this podcast, we learned, it's really important to building a resume and getting gigs and getting people's attention. It's part of the numbers game. Not everybody loves it, but it's part of the deal. But it's free, so help them out and hit those buttons. But Ben, if you would take a minute and give us a little rundown of who the hell Ben Coleman is.
Yeah, little rundown. My name is Ben Coleman, for one. I grew up in South Carolina, kind of the farm life, horses, cows, pigs, chickens, kind of everything at some point or another. Big family. My dad's a preacher. So, yeah, we just grew up out there in the middle of nowhere doing a lot of farm chores and being in the woods, being on horses, and, just classic farm kid life. And that was awesome. And then after college, I moved to Colorado. That'd be another big one. Stayed out there for 4 years. Only plan on staying there for 6 months, but that's kind of where I really got into playing music live. Like I taught myself guitar at 12 years old. Kind of played just myself, me and I, in the bedroom, like writing songs and learning guitar, until I moved to Colorado and started, kind of coming out of my shell a little bit with open mics, man. So open mics led me to other musicians, and that was the first time I kind of had this like musician community and started a little band. And I was like lead guitarist mainly, and we played some of my songs. And that was kind of my first intro into music, was like small mountain town Colorado, like folk, rock, country type stuff. And then moved back to South Carolina for a bit and kept the music thing going, because I was like, man, this live music thing, this music community thing is great. And always write. I mean, I've been writing music since I was like 15. So, and moved to Texas 5 years ago. 4.5. It'll be 5 years in March. Moved to Texas then, and was doing not music full time, which now I am doing music full time. But I was like, I gotta get into playing music again. So I hit up an open mic. Closest one to me, Hank's Bar and Grill in McKinney, shout out, and started meeting musicians and getting gigs, and snowballed into playing, every weekend, and then kind of said sayonara to corporate and just did music full time. So I've been doing music full time for 2 years, almost exactly 2 years. 2 years in October.
Yeah.
And here we is.
Yeah. I'm glad you hit on some of that stuff because when you type in the old AI thing and ask for a bio, it mentioned South Carolina, then it mentioned open mics in Colorado. So
did it really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe
I
that's
made
in, like,
all
my
that up as
Spotify
you were
bio or
talking, but I'm
something.
pretty sure that's what I read while I was eating dinner. but yeah, now I want to know the as far as how those things happen. As far as one, you just said that you had the open mic thing in Colorado, and then there was apparently there's you kind of quit playing for a bit, and then you hit the open mic. So I'm jealous of that, honestly, because in my neck of the woods, maybe a little more in actual Memphis, but open mic thing is not a thing around me. And you were talking about that, and our guest last night, Hope, was talking about that. That very being a big deal to getting that ball rolling. I wish that was more of in my area. In my everything would be at least like an hour and a half to 2 hours to the closest open mic, and I wish it. Yeah, I know.
That's wild.
So I live in the middle of nowhere too, but still, I wish that was more prevalent around me.
You're also close to Nashville, though, huh? So
like 3 hours.
3 hours, I guess. But I mean, you're in the state. You're in the vicinity.
Right.
You would think that it's bluesy town too. I mean, why not? It's
well,
crazy.
yeah. With all the history of Memphis, we kind of talked about that before on this thing. As far as you would think that Memphis would have, like we talk about Fort Worth having this scene, and Memphis probably has somewhat of a scene, but it's not an original based scene. Not at all. It like we all know the cover band places and everything, and I like doing those too. I'm not talking bad about it, but there's not that other thing like there is in Fort Worth, and which is kind of crazy considering the history of Memphis and the music scene. So anyway, I'm jealous of all that stuff. So the open mic thing, and you said that was in South Carolina, was on the first one, right?
I think I went to a few open mics.
I'm sorry, you were in Colorado on the first one.
Colorado was the first open mic.
So you already had songs under your belt from.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it was like I had been writing songs the whole time. It's just I always thought of myself as a guitarist because I was like, my voice sucks, and I didn't know like your voice could get better, and so I was like, well, I love writing songs, and I'd be like on these old, free programs online, like writing music, and be like, oh, all you need is bass guitar, drums, okay. But I'm writing songs for other people one day is how my mind was, and then got to the open mic thing in Colorado, and would just learn like covers that I could kind of sing, like Bob Dylan, knock 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 on heaven's door, and like I'd be like, what are some songs I can kind of sing? Like everybody can sing Bob Dylan, right? So, and even if you're new to singing, you could probably sing it better than Bob Dylan. But
if you want to learn,
no offense to Bob Dylan fans, but yeah, that's where. Shout out to the open mic, man. Sorry if I missed one of the questions or forgot where you were going with that.
No, that's good. I mean, like I said, I'm jealous of that situation. But one other part to that, and then Corey, or we'll get into the pie question, and then we'll go from there. But was when you started doing those open mics and you were playing Bob Dylan, but eventually you started throwing out some of your original songs.
Yeah.
Is when you started doing some of your originals, is that what kind of did that make this give you more of a spark?
Yes.
Or when you were you getting some feedback that kind of let you know, okay, this doesn't suck, this is pretty good?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the feedback. I mean, because my personality's like, I mean, when I first started, I was very nervous. Probably most people are, but my thing in my head to myself was like, as long as I'm not the worst person here, then
That's right.
I'll do it. That's kind of like where my head was at. And then people were actually like nice, like, man, I really like that, and I like that original you did. And I would throw in originals here and there. And I mean, when I think about how much I used to practice back then for those 3 songs, it was Wednesday night, and it was like nervous as crap about choosing 3 songs, which is hilarious because now I play for like 3 hours, and I'll play songs I've never played in my life that somebody's like, hey, can you play this? And I'm just like, whatever, we'll try it. But like my whole week revolved around learning those 3 songs, and like so nervous for it. But yeah, and then I ended up getting in a band there because it was a town of I think 500 people in the winter, and it was 2,500 people in the winter and 10,000 people in the summer. Shout out Buena Vista, Colorado, or BV or Buny, or it depends on who's watching this.
Right.
But small town, so it's like, y'all play music, I play music. You want to be in a band?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we'll get the. Normally we do the pie question right off the bat, but I went off a little bit. So this is Steve's question. It is we're gonna give you a pie. It's a musical pie. All right.
Okay.
It is made up of 4 sections. You got your songwriting. I know where this is gonna go. You got your songwriting, you got your performance, the studio, and then like everything else that you probably weren't expecting in the music business, between the booking and the keeping the van on the road and merch and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But which one of those pieces of the pie is home for Ben?
Home is in like what I want to do, like what I prefer.
Yes.
To do?
Yes. Which one of those is the one that is the reason why you started doing this, or your most comfortable spot?
Songwriting.
Yeah.
That's what I wish I could spend most of my time doing. Then I guess second from that would be performing. I mean, that's kind of where you get like you're doing the thing, and you're meeting the people, and you're having a good time. Like, I mean, that's the result of songwriting in some way. So the performing, I like that because I'm a real people person. Like, I like seeing people enjoy it, and I like to talk to people afterwards and before and whatever. Good excuse to socialize. Like I tell people now, like I only drink when I work, like, and because I'm going to have a good time with people and be part of the fun. And then, what's the other one? Would other be recording? I wish I got to record, and then I don't want to do any of the other stuff, but I have to.
Right.
Fair enough. All right, Corey, you got anything on the songwriting side of things?
Yeah, you said songwriting for sure, and I know I have it's not always the same process, but I have my own process. I think everybody kind of has their process. Are you more of like you're driving down the road and lyrics come out, or are you like a melody guy and then you just throw lyrics to the melody, or you're mumbling something and like me, I'll mumble something and then just, it happens to be something that I'll make a song after that because I find something like a hooky word or a hooky feel or something like that. What is it for you?
Yeah. It's changed a little bit over the years to where I feel like it's almost like different. I don't want to say techniques because it kind of just happens when it happens, but like used to, it was like I had all this time to sit down every night, play guitar, be on my loop pedal, be making up stuff, and then like inspiration would come from almost the sound of what I'm playing.
Yeah.
And then it's rare, like, and then as I've gone on and done it for longer and everything, and always thinking about songwriting, like it can be driving down the road, and I think about a theme that came through my mind that I'm like, okay, that could be a song that could be written about. And I just started thinking about maybe cool lines that would fit that thought, that speak to me,
Yeah.
And then maybe I start humming a melody that goes with that phrase that I thought that came through my head.
Are you like a voice memo guy, or are you more of notes? Okay. Like hundreds of voice memos.
I have it's so cool. Like I have voice memos from back in 2012. Like every voice memo I've ever done since 2012 is accessible to me.
Yeah.
And like when I go, like I used to fly a lot for work, and like I would spend the whole time like going through voice memos, like okay, which one needs to be finished, which song needs to be finished, which group of songs pairs in an album together, you know, which songs needs to sound this way sonically based on these other songs, whatever. So I wish I could just spend all my time songwriting. If I would have known that songwriting was a career, which is crazy to think that I didn't know that, but if I'd known, I would have been like, that's what I'm doing.
That's interesting. So songwriting that way, but you said at least to performing too, and that in itself can be like a drug to come back and do it. You know what I mean? Just the feeling that you get because somebody likes your song that you wrote, and it maybe hits them in a certain spot. So is that kind of, I guess it goes hand in hand, but you mentioned that you started playing the songs that you wrote in the open mics, and that kind of moved you forward in that direction. Is that kind of the thing?
Yeah, and I straight up honest, I don't think I have hit a point where I believe that, like in the same way it took me a while to believe that people like to hear me sing and play. Yeah. It's taken me a while to believe that people actually like my specific songs and are not just being nice about like keeping me fired up about going. I'm 2 years into full-time music, so I'm not playing to people in a crowd singing my songs back to me. Like there are people who come and they know, like occasionally people come, they know every word of my song. Like that is crazy. But I wouldn't say that that's like a drug that keeps me coming back. Like I just think it's a dream to be able to play music for a living. Yeah. And that in and of itself is like,
even if you're doing covers,
cloud nine. Yeah. I mean, I'm at the point where like, I still like playing covers. Like I wish I was. I met a musician not too long ago. It was like, he'll show up at like Truck Yard, which is like a gig that a lot of us play around Dallas, Fort Worth. And he's like, I'll just play all my own songs for 3 hours. I'm like, dude, like give the people a good time. Like play some Dixieland Delight, bro. Like I want people to have a good time. You know, so I like playing covers too.
Cool.
I would imagine it's a total different. It just depends on what your frame of mind, like what scratches your itch. You know what I mean? Like if it is, you know, we've met tons of people that you know they don't want to play a cover at all. You know, I mean it's all about what drives them is playing those original songs. You know, from day one. And then some people like you, like what you're talking about, you know, it's just whatever fits the thing, you know, whatever.
That's why I love like opening a show for somebody who's like, I'll open a show and it's like, hey, this is the time to play all your originals, because you're playing to a crowd that's like there for music. And that's when I'm like, when I do play originals, it's freaking awesome because people listen to the whole thing and actually connected with it and try to connect with it. But it's different when you play certain gigs and you're like just honestly, you know, music is my job. So I know that if I play, you know, a certain song to that table over there, it's going to resonate. So I get that table that I want everybody to have a good time. I want it to be a good show for the venue, good show for me. So I lean towards like what I know people will like, whereas I get a little hesitant internally to be like, this is my song. So I do it less than I should.
Yeah. But I mean, 3 hour shows, really, it's kind of hard to play. You don't want to just put them all up music that they've never heard before. So you got to throw in, I mean, definitely got to play covers in that situation for sure.
Yeah. I'm like 80-20, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe even 90-10 sometimes.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
He was talking about, and I'd like to hear your take on this too, Corey, is you were talking about the originals kind of not being the gas or you know, however we were talking about that, but still, do you remember the first time when somebody that wasn't a family member or a friend actually paid attention, you know, like really paid attention to your music? Do you remember the time, the place, that situation? Is that something that stands out to you, one of those core moments?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, that was all the way back, like in the early days. That happened a few times where it kind of was like, okay, they had no reason to do that. And I didn't even say it was my song or whatever. And they're like, hey, what was that song you played that said this, this, and this? I really like that. Yeah. Like, okay. Like, that was pretty cool. It means I did a good job writing that song and resonated with somebody.
Right.
What about these days? Like when you do play your originals and you announce that it's your original, and you can tell they're not. Everybody that plays music out can tell when somebody's bullshitting you. You know what I mean? Or not just bullshitting you, but they're having a good time, right? You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, man, that was you did a great job tonight, and they mean it, but also, you can tell when it's like legit.
Well, the thing is, like, nobody's going to take time out of their night to come talk to you unless they really mean it. Like, you know what I'm talking about, Corey. It's like, because we played, I'm sure, around the same places, and it's like, ain't nobody got time to go talk to somebody they didn't enjoy listening to. Who does that? So just the fact that they do stay extra, come talk, say a nice word, like, I believe them,
Yeah.
And that helps a lot. Like, I cannot believe how encouraging that is.
Oh, dude, yeah, I agree completely. Like, you're at a show and even you could be feeling like crap for the last week or couple weeks, and then it seems like somebody always comes up and they're like, either they think that that you should be the biggest thing in the world, or
what are you doing here?
Like, like, that's right.
Really? Thank you.
Like, dude, I've been saying that forever.
You need to move to Nashville, right?
Oh yeah, I shut them down.
You should be on
real
American
quick.
Idol. American Idol,
I want to
man.
move to Nashville.
Yeah, dude, been there, done that for me.
I'm right where I want to be.
I moved here.
It's so much better than I even would have known. As far as
and I got jumbled up earlier too when I was talking about the open mic thing and you doing that twice, and again, that's what stood out to me. As you said, you were in the open mic scene in Colorado where you were at, and then you kind of eventually you weren't playing music again, and then you started the open mic thing again, and found your tribe twice. You know what I mean? And that's musicians and stuff too, and that probably doesn't happen that often, especially in two different parts of the country. So, I mean,
what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, you said you when you were in Colorado, you played the open mics and stuff, and you found folks that listened to you, but you also found other musicians and things like that to play. And then when you get some time in between, and then you get to Texas, and you kind of do the same thing all over again.
Perfectly again.
Old faithful.
Yeah, but I don't think you did it, you know what I mean? I mean, you may have said, well, this worked in Colorado. I'm going to start hitting these open mics again and see what I can piece together or whatever. But I would imagine you probably like, I want to go play some music again. Yeah. And then it just kind of snowballed. You ended up where you ended up. But still, the being in situations where you can find like-minded people to play music with or to listen to your music, I mean, that shit doesn't happen all the time. You know what I mean? It's tough to find your like I said, find your tribe. That's an ever-growing thing, but still, so kudos to you for for being able to do stuff like that. Finding people that play music with that are kind of in the same mindset as you is a hard thing to do.
That's fair.
Fort Worth is very kind to musicians.
Yeah, that's true too.
Really?
That's true. We're missing one right now. There's one over at the Post in Fort Worth. Right now, that's pretty cool. You know that one,
open mic?
Yeah, open mic. It's at the Post. I think it's every Wednesday. I think they took off a couple Wednesdays ago, but Austin Cox, a buddy of mine, does it. It's cool stuff.
Real cool. In the beginning, I was like, had a spreadsheet of like trying to know where any good open mics were on any given night, but I ended up only going to a couple just because you get busy playing gigs and you need to save your voice for. But I mean, I love it. I definitely advise anybody just trying to get gigs and get going. Like, just go to as many open mics as you possibly freaking can.
Oh yeah, networking is yeah. You know where I'm at, soul.
That's right. Well, speaking of networking, it seems like a great segue to talk about an event coming up, and then we'll hop back on track. But especially artist-wise, the Stocktober. Hang on. Where is it at? Stocktober. Stocktober 2026, which is October 14th at the Stockyards in Fort Worth at the Rhinestone Saloon. I was able to attend last year, and we'll be back this year. Looking forward to that. Adam Hood's going to be Adam Hood's going to be playing. Courtney Patton, Zach Wilkerson, a whole bunch of people are going to be there, including Corey and Ben and a lot of friends of the podcast. We met so many people last year all at one time. It's like going to a family reunion and meeting all of the family in one night, you know. But it was great. So, but this year, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Our homie Patrick of Country versus Metal, he'll be there as well, and Jared Morris, along with his podcast, and all that kind of stuff is going to be super cool. If you want to find out any information on that, go to cowboydistortion.com. We'll have the link on all the socials and everything. But yeah, it's a really cool event, and Talbot does a great job of putting this thing together. And I say all that on the artist standpoint because of the networking, like you just mentioned. It's a great time to meet folks that you might know on Instagram, but haven't got a chance to meet in person. So I saw that happen myself. Saw people got together to co-write after they met at the Stocktober thing, which is pretty badass.
It's so rare for us too to get a chance to see other musicians that we're rooting for and we're friends with, because we're playing gigs, we're busy, and it's so nice to get to have an event that's like gives us an excuse to just hang out with all the musicians
in the middle of the week, no less.
It sounds exactly like what John Cooper said earlier today from the Red Dirt Rangers. He said, "It's been a long time since I've seen all my Fort Worth people. I'm looking forward to, hanging out with everybody." So, which is, John's an OG in this whole scene, but still looking forward to going and networking and, you know what I mean, and meeting everybody and seeing people we haven't seen in a long time. Because like you said, everybody's usually kind of passing on the highway, not in the same room. So it was cool to hear from the different phases of music or whatever. And John's been doing this. He's as they say, we don't call it old, we call it seasoned. But still just as jacked about coming to meet everybody, which is, I love that part. But anyway, so it seemed like another segue to talk about the co-writing part of this thing, the networking side. Is that something that you've been a part of on the co-writing part of it?
Try to do more of that literally in like the last year and a half. I mean, before that it was just me, and I think I still definitely lean that direction big time. I think there's probably a lot of value in making yourself co-write with people and figuring out people you co-write well with. I don't have a lot of experience with it. I just know that it's something I should figure out, like a muscle I need to exercise. But at this point, it's kind of like hard for me to get really like in the zone and write the songs I want to write with somebody else right now. But I think that it doesn't, like, if you find the right person or the right moment or whatever, it could happen. So obviously a lot of the best songs ever have been written as co-writes, so it's not something I want to ignore.
Do you set aside time, like whenever you're writing by yourself? Do you say, hey, I'm gonna write at 10 a.m. or does it just like happen and then you start writing? Because I know for me, co-writing, that's one reason that I'm not a huge, like, co-writing is great, and I think you can learn a lot, just by, you can, more than, two heads in the room is good in some cases, but it's like, when I lived in Nashville for about 6 years, and so when I was there, it was, you wake up and you go into a room at 10 a.m. and then you go into the next room at 2 p.m. and it just seems so structured that you can't really have this like just a natural flow that, the idea is going to hit me at, maybe 3:45 in the afternoon, and then I'm going to try and sit down and write it for 20 or 30 minutes, and then I'm going to get up and have a voice memo that I can go back to, or I'll finish the song or whatever's going to happen. But like for you, is that kind of how the reason that you write by yourself a lot, or?
Absolutely. What? Yeah. I mean, awesome inspiration doesn't strike me right when I'm supposed to be in the writing room at 10 a.m. It sounds
Right.
that sounds insane to me, honestly. I don't know how
It's
any good songs
ridiculous.
come from it. Like, and I feel backed up by Hank Williams Jr. because I saw a clip of him saying, like, talking mad shit about that. He's like, I get my inspiration when I'm in the deer stand or when I'm in the bass boat or whatever. I'm like, yeah. That's like,
Dude,
that's when it
the wheel.
happens.
that video clip made me feel okay with it. You know what I mean? Like I
Do you
felt
see
okay.
it too?
Yeah, 100%. Because
Yeah.
I'm a Texas guy, right?
I was
So
fired up by that.
I think we all kind of grew up in writing by ourselves. And then it just kind of turned into co-writing because you meet people that are also in the business too that want to do the same thing. And I think whenever you co-write, you lose a lot of that what's coming out of your heart because you got to submit to all these other ideas and whatever else. And it's good to have ideas once you have the actual idea.
Yeah,
But,
or if you
you know.
trust somebody a lot to bring a certain idea that maybe you've got 50, 70% of the way there,
Right.
and you're like, I need Corey to get me to this 100%. This song's now complete. If you
Yeah.
have somebody like that, I think it could be huge.
Right.
Somebody to help polish up your work, but the initial inspiration and like the initial maybe hook and all this different stuff, I think it seems tougher to me right now, but people do it. But then
Dude,
again,
do you
like
think you
Nashville
would-
is like got its own sound, and maybe that's because they meet at 10 a.m. and that's how it happens.
Because they meet at 10 a.m. and try and write everybody else's songs. But go ahead.
Yeah.
What do you think? If Corey had a song that was 70%, finished or whatever, or needed a bridge or whatever the case would be, do you think you would, if that challenge was ever put in front of you, you think you could, or would that be something that you would find, fun or entertaining or whatever you want to call it, as far as being on the opposite end of that and finishing songs? Either one of you?
It'd be super fun, but I think it would be like, me and Corey would have to be like have a relationship just of openness and like honesty of like, hey, I don't really like where it's going, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
I somehow didn't get in that like pinhole of thought that you were in, which is totally fair because that's like sometimes like that's how the magic of the song happens. But it could work and it couldn't. Do you want to try that or not? It's like, do you have somebody that you could trust throwing it out there with? Like, I have one friend who's not in the music business, but he's one person I totally would trust because he's like, he's the first person I ever wrote songs with in high school.
He's like, this sucks, Ben.
and we would be kind of in the same wavelength of like,
Yeah,
no, I don't want to do that. Yes, that's it. And there's no weird feelings behind it.
Yeah, there's got to be that kind of chemistry and trust, I think, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise,
Have you ever been in that situation, Corey?
Yeah.
Where you helped somebody else finish their songs?
Okay, my bad. I thought you were going somewhere else.
It's all right.
I feel like I have been in that situation in Tennessee, but
Gotcha.
not as much as I put other people in that situation. Dude, I feel like I got a bunch of halves. Like I got a verse and a chorus, and then maybe like a bridge, like for some other song, and then hopefully somebody else can help me figure out the second verse because I got stuck, or maybe the bridge, or if it doesn't need a bridge, who knows what it is. But yeah, I put people in that situation more than they do to me. Maybe that says something about my songwriting. Maybe I need to work on mine to be a better teammate. But
I really think there is something to the people that are like, I'm going to write 2 hours a day, or I'm an hour a day, or 30 minutes a day, whatever it is. Every day I'm going to write, even if it's just with themselves too. And I don't have that. I haven't been able to do that and like have that discipline to do that. But I think that even if you're not writing with somebody else, like chipping away, even if you're not inspired, I've heard some of my favorite songwriters say that's a good thing to do. So
yeah, it's like a muscle, right? I mean, I think you got to work it out. Otherwise,
and you can, like, you might not have inspiration when you start, but man, you play a few chords, you start kind of getting in the zone. All of a sudden, the inspiration comes a little bit, 20 minutes in or whatever. As long as I would have to be by myself for that, I think. But
that guy Harry Mack. He's Harry Mack is this rapper guy. He's like a freestyle rapper guy, and the way that he freestyle raps, like he had to spend hours of discipline time probably just to figure, like, just to have the muscle to think of stuff so quick, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think writing is the kind of the same way. Just, yeah, I think you got to try.
Yeah, and
Even if you're not inspired.
100%. And then there's also these other like OG writers that are like have tons of #1 hits or whatever, and they're like, if you get in a writing room with them, it's a big deal, and they know how the song's supposed to go. I think there's like people who know how to write a song that's going to be, let's say, a hit or a great song, but it might not be how you would have written and wanted it to sound.
Yeah, but does that come from inspiration? You know what I mean? Is
Right.
that the same kind? Is that the same kind of the knowing how to write a hit song and then also knowing how to write what's inside of you may be total different ways to get there. You know what I mean?
And different goals too. Like, do you want to write a hit song,
yeah.
or do you want to write a song that you're really proud of for yourself? And that means
And if
something
it's a
to you
hit, cool.
personally, and for somebody else. And if it's a hit, cool. Like, I'd rather have like a group of people that really like my songs as a smaller group of people than just not write stuff that means something to me and just for the sake of it being popular. I think that'd be a little easier just to write like hit songs than it would be to like really feel good about it all being authentic to yourself and getting it out there in a way that you're like super proud of.
Right.
But I could be speaking out of my ass.
Well, no.
I was gonna say that was another thing that the search pulled up too, was like your kind of inspirations or the people artists that you were inspired by songwriting wise or whatever. I forget how it was worded, but it's at Turnpike, Jason Isbell and Chris Knight, and I'm like, I think we just like became like best
heck yeah,
best friends, you know. And then you start talking about you knew the Lucero song too, so yeah.
Fist bump.
Exactly.
I won't leave you hanging. Sheesh. Where's my
Thank you.
I'm a long way away from the camera over here, but no, I guess my reason why that came up in my mind was when you were talking about that. I would imagine that's exactly what Jason or Chris Knight would say, or you know what I mean. A lot of those guys would be like, "I'm gonna write the song because I want to write this song, and if it's a hit, then cool."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because just about everybody that was on that list probably would say what you just said, and it's funny how that. You connect to those writers, to those artists, with maybe probably not even really thinking about it. It just kind of happens. Yeah.
And different audiences connect with different writers too for the same reason. Like, some people just want to listen to that cool hit song. That's like when you hear it, you know it's a hit, but you might not like it as much as you like, Jason Isbell's like St. Peter's Autograph. But I'd rather listen to that song every time over some giant Nashville hit song. So I'd rather write that. I'd rather go for writing that style of music.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's get into the performance side. I mean, and we're slowly going through this pie. Is that something that you had to really kind of work at to be comfortable with? I know you were talking about being pretty nervous and everything. And do you kind of remember when you started being okay with whatever it is that you do? I think it sounds really well. I guess what I mean is we all probably look at this and go, it takes a while to be comfortable with me, right?
Yeah.
Whatever I am, I'm comfortable with that. But that doesn't come easy for a whole lot of us, right? So
yes, that it's just like, I would say that slowly happened through people rehiring me. Like, hey, the bar staff said you did a great job. People had a great night. We want you to come back. What's your schedule look like? Or people being like, hey, I've got my dad's 60th birthday party. We want you to come out to our house, and we're going to pay you $1,000 to come play a private show. It's like, I'm like, okay, they're not going to do that unless they thought I was doing something good. So I'm just not going to worry about, I'm just going to do the best I can, and people are liking it. I'm gonna get out of my own head, and I don't really get nervous anymore. Not because I think I'm great. I'm just like, I just do it a lot. And
you get that adrenaline hit at the beginning though, right? Like that first, like maybe 30 seconds of the first song where it's just like you feel like you might be rushing a little, little bit tempo.
Unless it's like a empty room at
that's fair too.
Second rodeo at 12 p.m. on a Monday. But like I opened for Logan Ryan Band like the other like a month ago or 2 months ago, and like that was I got nervous all over again.
Oh yeah.
Because he's like,
that's that adrenaline. I don't even think it's nerves at this point. I think it's probably adrenaline because you know you can do the job, right? So you're probably just like pumped and like your body's feeling crazy.
That's very true. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Yeah, the adrenaline.
Are you doing the full band gigs and stuff as well, or is it you still? Are you still mainly just solo?
I do a little bit of trio here and there. I do a lot of duo, like being a fiddle player. And that's something I've been kind of wrestling with, like, just working musician talk. Like, economically, I can make way more money if I do solo or duo. So, and full band is a pain in the ass. Do I think full band's way more fun? Probably. Probably, if everything's tight, you get to practice and you're excited about that. You all know what you're supposed to be doing. You're on the same page. Yeah, that would be way more fun. But I haven't found that like band.
I think everybody that plays music is agreeing with you. It's like amen. But everyone that just kind of listens is like, really, band's pain in the ass. You know what I mean? But there's just a lot that goes into it, right? It's such a gamble.
Well, I haven't got to have this
side
conversation.
of it, or even just the relationship within the band. I mean, that's a gamble to start with, right? Whether you're going to get everybody that's on the same page. I mean, I point this out every now and then. I play in a redneck bar band, but I'm lucky enough to play music with my friends, that I've been playing with for 15, 16 years. And even in the bar band world, that's crazy. And I don't take that for granted because I've played with the jackasses before, that suck the fun. Super talented people, but suck the fun right out of the gig. And you didn't, you're not making much of that money, so if you're not having fun and making a little money, it's definitely not worth it.
100%.
Well, if you're trying to do it for a living, too.
That's a whole nother different part of it.
That's no fun.
Right.
Yeah. And there's the conversation, too, of like, is it a trap to play solo and play, get yourself sucked on this cover band and cover artist journey versus just making the switch over to full band original music. This is what I'm putting my effort into, because I can play what I'm doing now. I can do forever, and pay the bills. But should I be switching to a full band and original?
That's a good question, right?
Whole nother can of worms.
I think it becomes a question of like fulfillment. Like what fulfills you as a musician or a person, and that for me changed honestly, because I'm 40 years old, dude. I've been doing this thing for 12, 14 years full time, and it's still in the same spot, that I was 12, 14 years ago.
Yeah.
But, it became more of that I care more about being in a band and playing the stuff that I want to play at like a quality show rather than trying to, because, as musicians, as long as you're good, and like there's a lot of crappy musicians that are good cover bands. You know what I mean? So in my opinion, I think that the cover band thing, while it's a good like a source of income, like that's the problem with Nashville, I think, is that you can get stuck. You used the word trap earlier. I think Nashville in itself is a trap because there's tons of talent, tons of good songwriters, tons of good musicians that go there and get stuck in this trap of feeling like they're the next thing, or they're going because they have all these people around them telling them that. But it's so saturated. But then you get on Broadway and everybody's a cover band, and then you're like, well, I can make, 6 figures being a cover band on Broadway. What's stopping me from doing that? It's fun. Music. A lot of people do it. Yeah, dude, I'm playing music for a living. That's what I wanted to do, right? But did I want to play music for a living, or did I want to like play music that means something for a living? So at the end of the day, for me, it turned into, just playing the shows that mean something and writing the songs that mean something. And yeah, throwing in cover songs because nobody wants to hear all of your original stuff when they don't know you. But, you know, doing it that way, is that kind of the boat that you're in?
Yeah, for sure. And I think what it comes down to, or where I'm at now, is like, yeah, I'm paying the bills, so I got to be conscious, you know, solo duo gigs mostly, but I need to be putting out more music. And that's kind of where I've had a recent, even if it's not some badass studio production full band, like maybe it's acoustic and some guitars in there. So that's kind of where my head's at right now, is let me get all these songs off the iPhone and just get them out there acoustic.
Dude, suggestion,
Yes.
you should, wherever you are playing a show, see if you can just take a hard drive and ask the guy if you can just or take your computer, better yet, and throw Logic or whatever you got going on, GarageBand even, and just record the tracks. That way you can maybe, like, that's what I think I'm about to do, is start putting out live stuff, because it's how I am live. And if I can get somebody to mix it where it sounds, you know, quality, then it might work out. And if you just get good stems on a show, you're going to get plenty of good stuff to put out. And then you can get the content with it if you just record yourself video-wise.
And that's great advice, because you're doing double, triple duty, especially with content being, you know, not our favorite thing to do.
Yeah. Understatement of the year.
If nothing else, you can use it as content. You know, your 45-second clips or whatever the case would be. And I would imagine you recording that without thinking about it. You could probably, I would think that the chances of you catching lightning in a bottle would be probably even more, especially if it's a good gig. You know, things are going smooth or whatever, you know, the sound's good. It's just one of those, just, you know, you're in the pocket, you're rolling, and you're not thinking about the camera or the microphone. Instead of sitting down, like we were talking about earlier, the adrenaline part of it. I would imagine trying to do that at home, that, you know, after you've screwed up 4 times and 5 times, and then the song gets faster because you're tired of playing it over and over. All those things, I would imagine doing it in that situation, if you could get a quality recording, you could catch lightning pretty easy.
Yeah,
or I say easy, but you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, you're probably making lightning at every show, so just, you know, routine it, and then that way you don't think about it. Or
just pull the good ones.
Yeah.
That way you've got it recorded. You're like, man, that one went really well. Pull that out. That's great advice.
Yeah, and even use it for like pre-production stuff. Like, oh, that one was cool, and I like the way I did this here. Let's record it like this or something.
This is the piece of the pie that's all the other stuff I don't like to do.
Ditto, dude. Admittedly.
Content.
Well, then also, you're talking about doing duos and trios. I would imagine being able to just send that would be helpful as well, right?
Yeah.
Man, Corey, you've unlocked the whole thing.
Dude, I'm just old. That's the only that's the deal here, is that the experience comes with age. And if I was 20 years younger, we'll see.
I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, I mean, doing 4 podcasts this week, it sounds like a great idea, right? Until you have to edit them and then do all the rest of the stuff on the back half of it and all that, you know.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. But no, how do you think you'll know when you're ready to do that full band thing? You know what I mean? Like Corey mentioned earlier, as far as what fulfills you. Do you think, you know, that's going to be something you're going to push for anytime, you know, soon?
I thought I would be pushing for it sooner, but I think I've kind of come to just be okay with like focusing on the getting songs out.
It's like if you can get that ball rolling, then maybe the other will be behind it.
And if people like the songs, then, and I get traction with that, then
it'll come
it's worth it. It's worth it to put a band together. But if like I put all these songs out and nobody likes them, then why would I put a band together to go play them? You know. So.
Reality check, Corey. That's right. That's funny. Yeah, that's right. That makes sense.
But I could be in a totally different mindset if I was making my money from something other than music. Like but so admittedly that if that factors into the whole thought process. But right now I'm just like loving playing music all the time. I just need to get more music out because I've been so busy just going to shows, playing. I think I got like 23 gigs in August, so it's like I'm playing all the time.
Yeah. So that's a lot of gigs in one month.
It is. It's tough on the voice too. It's like you want to come home and record some covers at home. It's like, well, my voice is kind of gone.
Yeah.
So that really does play into what Corey mentioned as far as recording the live shows. That would help even more in your situation.
Bingo.
Yeah, especially do them at the end of the month whenever your voice is like that, more raspy because you're about to lose it.
Dude, I feel like I'm on a coaching call.
We're going to talk about social media next.
How to be a broke musician with Corey and Soul. You can sign up for your monthly installments for $99.99.
It's behind a paywall.
We need a paywall
on our Patreon. That's expensive to join. Well, we're coming up on an hour. It's flying by. Make sure we respect everybody's time, but. Let's talk about your new music. First I want to ask you. You mentioned the social stuff, right? And I know most musicians that is their least favorite part of the pie. I think they'd almost rather change the van tires on the side of the road than do social media. But have you been in a situation, either one of you, where from social media people have found you and come to the show where you've seen the even if it's just a person, a payoff from it?
1,000%.
Really?
I know I'm an idiot for not doing more of it. Like it's black and white. There's no yes, there's no maybe not answer. It's like you need to be doing more social media.
Yeah.
I just don't like doing it. I'm pretty proud of myself. I made a post today and posted on Instagram, so
I'm proud of myself.
Pretty on top of the world.
Yeah, you shared this post about being on here. That's.
I'm good at sharing. I'm just not good at like making the post.
Making them fair.
Dude,
I understand.
I think that's every legitimate artist's kryptonite because we're not trying to be famous. Yeah,
No.
like we don't care about that.
I'm glad you said that. I say that all the time. I don't want to be famous. I just want to play music for a living and make a living.
Yeah, and the Instagram, every social media, all of it is kind of a reason that I'm kind of transitioning to a band name at this point because of the focus that has been on me trying to do it the entire time. And I think that goes back to the social media is that, I don't like the eyeballs all the time. Like I'm okay with it. Like on stage, honestly, it's fun. I don't care if anybody's watching me. It's cool that everybody gets a kick out of that. But I'm not doing it so that I look cool or that the social, like all that kind of stuff is, I try and live in the moment. I think you're probably of the same mindset. You're a farm boy. You were born in a natural environment, not with all like iPads and all this other kind of stuff. And I think that there's something natural about not wanting to be on the camera, not wanting to be the center of attention.
You said that so well. I don't think I put that into words before, but that is how I feel. You get behind the microphone and it's more just like, oh, I'm getting ready to sing, and half the time you're just happy to be singing to yourself. Honestly, yeah, crowds make a big difference. Don't get me wrong, but like I can totally be happy playing to myself.
Yeah, did you like it? Like I like hearing what I'm doing on a good sound system. If there's zero people in the room,
all the difference in the world.
Yeah, yeah. The confidence level goes from here to you can't find it. It's way up there.
On the other hand, if it's a shitty sound system, can't get the sound right, I would pay to leave sometimes. Take the money back.
Same way. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Why did you tell me you had a sound system? I could have brought mine.
I'm bombing right now, and it's because your sound system sucks, and I sound like crap to myself.
Yeah.
So, but you're probably not bombing at the end of the day because there's somebody out there that's gonna be like, "Oh, that was awesome."
Right. All right. Well, now speaking of awesome, you got relatively new music out there on everything, but you've also got new music on the way. So what's coming down the line? You got a new single coming out September 25th, right? Called Cowgirl.
Yes, sir.
Can you give us a little rundown on that?
Yeah, one of my songs coming out September 25th, and it's called Cowgirl. So not a giant story behind that. The one I'd rather talk about the one that just came out, which is Sweet Irene. It's about
Irene, yeah.
my it's just a song that to honor my grandmother. She was like the saint of our family, and so she just, her name was Irene Pearl, and she's married to Donnie Earl, and she had this just super humble, simple life, but and she passed away of cancer 19 years ago. So I wrote the song to honor her, and somehow it turned out in a way that I'm proud of, and thank goodness that my family really loves it. I've had a lot of texts with, tears and so forth, and so I'm like, if I don't do anything else in music, like the fact that I was able to write this song, gift it to my family, and it meant something to them, is makes my whole music, learning guitar from when I was 12, worth it. And so, and other people have said they really like it too. So that's one I'm really proud of recently that's out there if people want to listen to it. And if for no other reason, the pedal steel player for Turnpike Troubadours played on it. So that was a cool moment for me to get to Venmo him for playing pedal steel.
He's in your Venmo now, dude.
Yeah, we're friends on Venmo.
That's cool.
Did you put an instrument or something beside the little emoji when you sent it?
I hope not, dude.
Pedal steel. I didn't do that. No.
I don't think there's a pedal steel option, but there might be. I'm not 100% sure.
I line up with it.
Yeah. Except for Hank, right? That was wasn't that what Moreland said when yeah, right? Was Hank? Hank is who you were talking about?
Huh?
Earlier in the conversation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and the steel guitar.
Yeah. I think
okay. So. Yeah, so
Turnpike guy Hank.
Yes.
Yes, Hank.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and remember when oh god, it's been a long day. Yeah, when John Moreland was kind of pissed at certain folks from Turnpike, and then he made the post basically, I don't remember if it was screw everybody, F everybody, whatever, except for Hank. Except for Hank was like the punchline that everybody used from there out. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's cool.
So,
of course, it's except for Hank. You never hate a steel guy.
Exactly.
They're few and far between when they're good.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
But all right, well, let's get into the rapid fire. Get a handful of those in before we run out of time. Corey, you got the list. We'll just let you pick and choose what you feel.
Dude, I kind of like the list. All right,
Okay.
favorite chord. What's your favorite chord there?
F with
F?
but don't play the F major 7 probably.
That's an interesting favorite chord. I like it. No, that means that you like your guitar. That means you're probably really good at guitar. That's what that means.
No, it's just like the cheating version of playing an F, but it sounds super cool and you can do cool hammer-ons with it.
We'll see guys like me that don't play guitar. We like E because it's easy and it's fat.
Easy, but I can't sing
easy.
in the key of E very well. So
Fair. Capo. See, I'm a capo guy too. I'm gonna go to the next question. What other band names were up for consideration? That's not good for you. Spotify Wrapped. Is that weird for you?
it's weird for me because I have to, like, if I play weddings, I have to listen to like some song I don't necessarily want to listen to a lot. So my Spotify Wrapped every year is really messed up because I've had to learn these specific songs for different events, and that's what I listen. That's Spotify thinks that is my favorite song because I listened to it 30,000 times in a row to learn it.
Big John Bublé fan, huh? Or is it John Bublé? Bublé. What's his
Michael
first name?
Bublé.
Michael Bublé. See, I don't even know
It's
his
probably
name.
John Michael. But so if you were gonna make if you were gonna tell us what your top 5 Wrapped or whatever you're currently, what would be some of them?
Probably be
Not that you had to listen to for work, but actual
Turnpike,
listen.
Charles Wesley Godwin. I'm gonna throw in the Killers. I love the Killers.
Oh, good.
I've been bouncing around a lot. Other than that, I have to look at my iPhone. Probably Randy Rogers. A lot of Randy Rogers.
Okay.
Can I throw in one more?
What's your favorite Randy song?
Either Buy Myself a Chance or In My Arms Instead, probably.
Do you cover Buy Myself a Chance? Did you start covering that one first?
I covered. Yeah, started covering that one first.
Yeah,
I do it both, but.
All right. What, and I think I know the answer to this, but what might you not be doing if music wasn't the thing?
Hunting.
Oh, I did not know the answer to that. I thought you'd be farming. Taking over the family business. Hunting.
Oh yeah.
Or anything, or ducks or elk, or what are you hunting for?
Bow hunting, anything that you can bow hunt, but mainly white-tailed deer, but like elk hunting I've been going for the last 13 years every year. So
Cool.
My whole year kind of revolves around September bow season for elk in Colorado.
Nice. Bow season. Okay, so that's interesting too, because every time I go hunting, I have a gun, and I've never killed anything. I've been hunting a lot of times in the past maybe 8 years.
Oh, dude.
But I've counted coup on a few deer, kind of thing. And I always felt like, man, this is too easy. I should probably get a bow, and I'd probably kill something.
If you
So
want to
I
get
think I
into
should.
it, I got you. I get a lot of people into bow hunting.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be calling you for sure.
Riding from the deer stand.
Go riding from the deer stand. About green M&Ms and rainbow Skittles, what's in the green room for you? Is it Coors Light, Banquet, Woodford? What's in the green room?
It's Coors Light.
Coors Light?
Yeah.
Yep. He's a farmer. He grew up on a farm.
If it's really, really, really hot outside, I'm not scared to have some natty in there.
That's fair. Oh, dude, natty's not bad
No, it's not.
at all, especially
Straight on a hot day.
great on a boat, on a hot day, after mowing the lawn. Anything with a little alcohol and tastes like water is good.
Exactly.
I know that I have probably a list of 3 bucket list venues, but give me the top 3 bucket list venues for you.
Red Rocks, Billy Bob's, and Green Hall.
That order?
Good question. Yeah, in that order. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's good. I think Red Rocks is the top of mine. You've heard of the Gorge? Have you heard of the Gorge?
I've heard of it, but it's not like registered
Yeah.
where and all that.
I don't know where it's at either. I just know it's cool.
It's
I saw a couple
Northwest.
pictures and then I added it to my bucket list. Okay, so let me get this straight. The latest before Texas was Colorado, correct?
Yes.
And that's where you're born?
No,
raised
In South Carolina.
born in
Born in South Carolina, moved to Colorado, okay, and then back to Texas. During all that time, did you have Buc-ee's, or is Buc-ee's kind of a new thing for you? And like, if you have gone to Buc-ee's, then what is it that you can't live without?
Oh, yeah, I go to Buc-ee's pretty frequently, like on the way to hunt.
Yeah.
So I get the brisket tacos, I get an energy drink, I get a bunch of waters, and sometimes I'll get, like some nicotine, and then I get the caffeine pouches too. Little
Dude,
peach
I got some of
grinds.
them lately. I've never tried those, so I've tried these Smoky Mountains ones lately, and I like them a lot.
Yeah,
They're
the
really
grinds,
good.
I think they got the most caffeine, I think.
Well, then I'll try the grinds.
I love Buc-ee's. But I did go to Buc-ee's like forever ago when I was traveling in Texas, and I didn't know what I had stumbled upon.
Right.
Yeah, Walmart in the middle of nowhere. All right. What do you see when you play? Okay, Soul Gravy, help me out on that one. What do you see when you play? Like, are you looking at people's faces? Is that kind of the thing?
Exactly. Are you looking at people? Or are you closing your eyes? Or do you fix on like one, on the lights? Or do you, what are you doing?
I probably should get some feedback on this, but I close my eyes probably way too much. if I know the song really well, which I should know these songs really well, but it also depends. Like if I kind of need to get in my own head just to feel things about and get into the music, like a lot of times I'll be kind of like more eyes closed.
Gotcha.
But you know, if it's like a more of a fun song, then I just kind of like look around, see how people are having a good time. I don't focus on any one thing.
What about in like that opening spot?
Like the beginning of the set.
No, well, when you're on a stage, like opening for someone else, what are you looking at in that situation of the 3-hour gig?
I think I just go kind of table to table maybe, or kind of like just kind of let my eyes wander around, see what's going on around the room.
Are you an eye contact guy, or like for me, dude? I don't know if I look at somebody, I don't know that I'm looking at them. My eyes are kind of blurry, and I'm just kind of focused on, like, I'm thinking about things as I'm singing, and just life is kind of weird as it happens. But I don't really I can't eye contact because it feels weird.
Yeah, it's very important to like not let it linger, I think.
Which is why these are on.
Yeah. I think it's like kind of important to like kind of make eye contact if you can without screwing up the song, but also important to not like stare. So, which if you're thinking about not staring, then you could throw yourself off from the song. At least
That's fair.
I don't know, man.
So,
I'm like in a different dimension sometimes when I play.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like I'm hanging on for dear life like, sometimes.
Dude.
Let me do this song correctly, you know.
Yeah.
Enjoy
and then you forget to sing a verse or something, and then you end the song early. I've done that I don't know how many times, but
sing it again.
Maybe it's just a me thing. You said Linger. Do you cover that song?
Like, do you have to
The Cranberries.
Yeah. Like that one?
Yeah.
No, great song though.
Based on that, you should probably cover it. So
I know those words.
All right.
Right, that's all I want.
So do you remember the final question, Corey? Is that something that you and Steve talked about?
I do.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna throw in one, and then we'll come back and you take us out with the final question. All right.
Cool.
Ben, what was your favorite? Not your favorite. What was your first concert that you ever went to in general, and then what was the first one that you paid your own money for?
I think. I grew up where going to concerts was not really a thing, so I had to be like older to get to go to concerts.
Gotcha.
I think
Understand.
Sister Hazel.
That's
Sister Hazel.
That's my neck of the woods.
Yeah. So Sister Hazel, I'm pretty sure my first concert. And they were pretty awesome. And
Is that one that you paid for as well, or is that when you were younger?
Well, I've been working since I was like 13, so I probably did pay for it. But it was still my first concert.
Little flex out there. All right.
Yeah.
I worked at 15.
They're from North Mississippi, so they're basically considered from Memphis. So
are they really?
Mm-hmm.
They would play the East a lot. I feel like the Southeast was kind of their.
Makes sense. That would have been what, in the late 90s, early 2000s, something like that, early 2000s?
Yeah, early 2000s.
Probably. Yep. Okay. All right, Corey. Before we do that, make sure y'all go follow Corey and Ben on all your socials. Like I said earlier, engage in all those. They absolutely love doing social media. So make it count when they do it. Comment, share. Don't just let it fade away. And then, like I said earlier, also go make sure wherever you listen to your music, hit the follow button. When artists put up pre-save links, it doesn't cost anything to hit those follow buttons and to hit those pre-save links. All it does is help them, get the ball rolling on music. And if you see those posts, like I said, just hit the button. It doesn't cost anything. It helps everybody involved. And Ben's got new music coming out September 25th, and go listen to
Sweet Irene.
What was Sweet Irene, and then Cowgirl comes out September 25th. So, all right, which is right at a month away. All right, Corey, hit us with the very extremely important final question.
All right, take a seat. You're already sitting down, thank God. All right, this one's tough.
It's tough, yeah.
What is your favorite Little Debbie snack?
Honey bun. Is that?
That was quick.
Yeah.
You've had a lot of honey buns in your life. I like the nutty butters. Nutty buddy.
When I said I go to Bucky's, honey bun.
Oh, amen.
That's also on the list. It's when I'm hunting.
Dude,
I got
right
like
Makes sense.
yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
That was a tough question.
That's why we save it to the end, you know. Save it to the end. All right, guys, appreciate the time, Corey. Y'all go make sure you listen to his episode, which is episode 12, way back then. We're gonna have to get you scheduled back on shit, that was like 2 years ago at this point. So, yeah, we need to make that happen. And yeah, looking forward to seeing everybody at there it is at Stocktober. October 14th in the Fort Worth Stockyards at the Rhinestone Saloon. Yeah, man, looking forward to that. So, guys, appreciate the time. We'll catch up soon.
Ben
Really
Coleman.
enjoyed the conversation. Thank you, fellas.
Yes, sir.